up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now this video went viral. This is of a woman who posed a question. She said, when I say I have 10 kids, why is the first thing nosy people say is how many baby daddies? So she has something to say about that. She asked a question, she put it out there, and so people had, you know, something to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip. I want you guys to chime in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe if you're new to the channel and you like the content. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, y'all. Let's get into the video. Here we go.
I got a question. So I posted that I am a 44-year-old mother of 10, and I said their ages. What does it matter how many babies' fathers I have? What does that mean? I'm glad I didn't stick with one, because if I had one up baby daddy, then that means all my kids would have been up. And it's a reason why I have different, because when they start up, they gotta go. Or if they happen to go to jail, I'm not gonna sit there and wait. I have to do.
Now, I listen, and shout out to her, and no shade to this woman because I don't know her, and you know, sorry for getting in your business, but the business was out there. My question though is, why is the bar so low? Why is the option is, oh, if he start effing up, or if he goes to jail? You know, one thing that's common about a lot of women that I see that have a lot of children by multiple men who've never been married, they all seem to deal with men who either go to jail, are abusive for the streets, or either they've been in that life and they got deleted. That's the common theme that you see when women say they have multiple children by multiple different men, which points to the type of men that they date, and which also points to the type of women that they are. Now, once again, I don't know this woman personally, and it's not personally just to her, but it's in general from what I see. So the reason people ask the question for somebody who has that many children, 10 children, and they ask for how many different men, because it says a lot about you. This is how men and women, but mostly men, judge, and it is judging. I ain't gonna lie, it is judging, because it says a lot about you and how you go about relationships, how you pick men, and who you decide to make children with. Because as much as people like to say, oh, it's okay, we can raise our kids by ourselves and all that, it's a major deal for the type of person that you are when you choose to make that many babies, put your life on the line that many times for several different men who a lot of times you don't even end up being in a relationship with. And so yes, it says a lot about the man, and it says a lot about the woman. And listen, you could have been in 10 different relationships, but it doesn't mean you have to have a baby for everyone. It shows reckless behavior. It shows that you don't make sound decisions. That's why people ask, because it says a lot about you. You could be an attractive woman, you could be a good woman, but the way you move and the way you choose to do things is a bit off. And that's a red flag to men. That's the type of woman that they can't trust. And so that's why. But you know, and I just think a lot of women miss that because they don't see it that way. And once again, women and men are different. So men see things differently than women do. What men find appealing, what men respect, what men look at as, you know, a good woman is different from what women look at it as. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women don't see a problem with having baby after baby with different men. They're like, no big deal, these are my kids, I'm taking care of them, why do you care? But for any suspecting man who you might, you know, just say you might want to be in a relationship with a guy, he's gonna look at that, and that's gonna, most men are not gonna take you seriously. And I think that's what it is. But if you're a type of person that you're not trying to look for a companionship, you're not looking for a man, you just focus on your kids, then you don't have to worry about that. That's you had your kids, you raising your kids, you take care of your kids. To me, that's the best option to take, because the kids are here. You can't take them, you can't get rid of them. So you focus on your kids and take care of your kids, and who cares what anybody else thinks? But unfortunately, a lot of women, I'm not speaking specifically on this woman, but a lot of women think that somebody owes them something when they become single mothers, that men are supposed to be willing and open to accept them with all of their kids, and most men are not. And they have the right to choose, just like you have a right to choose the decisions that you you make and the things you want to do, men have the right to choose and decide what they want for their lives as well. So they shouldn't be bashed or shamed into not wanting to accept single mothers. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that's really why a lot of people ask that question. But let's continue.
If they were good to me, then yes, I might have waited. But other than that, no. If they was out cheating before they went to jail, then that's where they needed to be at, and that was my cue to get away. Other than that, I take care of my kids. I've been there. They know their dads. I have paperwork on all of them. And it still doesn't matter at the end of the day how many baby daddies I have. As long as, I didn't give my children up for adoption. I didn't make no family members keep them. Or none of that shit. Mind your business.
And once again, it's hard for people to mind their business when you post things like this socially. Social media is for social people's perspectives, and people are going to have an opinion. So that's what that is. And once again, it's not an attack or it's not a shade or anything, but I think a lot of women need to understand the perspective of men, because usually it's men who ask that question. And once again, if you are a person and you made your choices in life and you wanted, children by different men or whatever the circumstances may have been or whatever, that's your life. At the end of the day, you got to live. And if you taking care of yours and they good, kudos to you. If you're out here trying to date or looking for, a man, then yes, that's going to weigh heavily on his decision to not deal with you, because that is a major, priority. That's a big responsibility, 10 children. And then they all have, a lot, there's multiple different fathers. So any man, when it comes to dating, any man would be concerned about that. And then people are very curious and nosy as well. So people are going to be wondering, like, why did you have so many kids with so many different men? Did you ever think about marriage? Why? You know what I'm saying? Because that can't be easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, so that's why. But I just think as a community, we could do a lot better. I think, the whole point to me in life is to, live life and learn from your mistakes. If you make mistakes, you learn from them, you do better. You find like-minded people who are in a position to where you want to be. And you learn from other people, but unfortunately in our community, people become very defensive and they think they, know it all, and they're looking for certain answers or looking for certain things, but they don't want to hear what anybody has to say if it doesn't align with what they feel and what they think it should be. So we're very defensive in our community, very closed-minded when it comes to taking advice or constructive criticism from people that look like us, to the point to where, you just run yourself in the ground thinking that you know what's best, even though it's not working for you. And you just going to stick with that and not settle and do what you want to do, even if it's not yielding any positive results, which is crazy to me. But once again, I think we have to do better in our community. I think shame is something that wouldn't hurt a bit of it. You know what I'm saying? To let women and men know what's important and, not to sell yourself short. We hear so many women talking about settling, but I think they're doing it the whole time. You're not making the best choices in life, and then you're wondering why you're in the predicaments that you're in. And I think you have to self-reflect. Once again, look at yourself, look at the choices you've made, and understand that there are consequences associated with it. So it's mind-boggling to me how oblivious so many women are, and as much as we like to once again push this idea that we have the most educated women, but when they speak on when it comes to relationships and their choices, it's silence. Oh, you don't want to talk about that. Oh, stay out my business. You don't know nothing about it. But you're contributing to your own demise. You're contributing to the downfall of your livelihood. And as much as these women are, I'm getting to the bag and this and that, we have so many women in our community who are depressed and on antidepressants and confused and distraught and don't know what to do with themselves because they're not in the place that they feel they deserve to be. But at the same time, you're not trying to find out how to do it in a productive way. So it's just a lot when it comes to relationships, to me, where having a bunch of children by a bunch of different men, where that would be a red flag. But once again, if you're not trying to be in a relationship with anybody, and if you got somebody that's cool with it, then that's where it wouldn't matter. But if you're trying to get in a relationship with a man and you want a man of a certain caliber, a bunch of children by a bunch of different men is going to be a big deal. Listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. Y'all know what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.